aligned the point ruthlessly in the Champions League. And Liverpool would beat them in the final. The precocious United number 7 was maturing into a man-sized performer. Tough enough to play 50 games, that brought 9 goals. But the Chelsea of Portugal's special one cantered to the title. None of this mattered in September 2005, when Ronaldo's father, Diniz, died at the age of 52.
Sabia que se ele tivesse presente fisicamente, ele ia se orgulhar muito, ia mostrar, ia dizer a todos os amigos que ele era uma pessoa muito vaidosa, ia dizer aos amigos todos.
The funeral was in Madeira. Hundreds congregated to pay their respects.
O Ronaldo era tudo para ele. Tinha um orgulho muito grande do Ronaldo. E depois o Ronaldo fez tudo o que pôde para ajudar o meu pai e vi que tudo o que ele fazia, o dinheiro não valia de nada. E tudo o que ele queria fazer, ajudar o meu pai, não conseguia. E depois ele disse, para que eu tenho tanto dinheiro? Se eu tenho, vocês que se divirtam, aproveitem o máximo, porque a vida é mesmo assim.
Luis Felipe Scolari told Ronaldo his father had died. Portugal were preparing for a match in Russia.
A morte do pai do Cristiano lembrou a morte do meu. Nós tivemos um bom papo, tivemos uma conversa em que o Ronaldo sentiu-se um pouco mais calmo, não tranquilo, mas um pouco mais relaxado, e nós partilhamos a mesma dor. E por partilhar na mesma dor naquele momento, também partilhamos o momento seguinte, que era o momento de perguntar ao Ronaldo se ele queria permanecer para o jogo ou não, e ele fez questão de permanecer. Então, esses são os momentos assim que eu acho que o futebol nos proporciona, que é algo maravilhoso. São momentos difíceis e depois momentos inesquecíveis de tomadas de decisões, como aquele tomou de permanecer com o grupo.
Ever since, the Ronaldo goal celebration has been the same. A simple dedication to the father.
Sei que ele sabia que eu ia chegar a este ponto. Eu sabia que porque ele era uma pessoa muito orgulhosa, sabia das minhas capacidades mais do que ninguém. Sabia que tinha um filho que ia dar bons exemplos às pessoas, que ia demonstrar o seu valor para o mundo inteiro. E é isso que eu estou a tentar fazer.
The Millennium Stadium 2006, and Ronaldo underlines his love of the big stage. A second domestic cup final brings another winner's medal, at the end of an extravagantly painful afternoon for Wigan Athletic. There was a goal to ice the cake.
Oh! He is ridiculously good!
But when the cheers faded, United knew the Carling Cup was a consolation prize. Mourinho's Chelsea continued to set the domestic standard. United had closed the gap at the top, and Ronaldo's influence was growing. To the frills, he was adding a cutting edge. More step-overs were ending with a shot on target. A trip home reminded Ronaldo he was still a work in progress. In a must-win match, Benfica's support signalled their contemptuous intent from the off. Hardly backed by the referee, baited by the fans, Ronaldo boiled over as United departed at the Champions League group stage for the first time in 10 years. Number 7's night was ended early, for his own protection. On the international stage, there was some growing up to do. In Germany, Portugal were primed to go the distance. Their manager had won the last World Cup with Brazil. The draw was favourable, and there was a perfect start. 3 wins in 3 uninspiring group games. But not everything was routine. international football had been the order of the coaches, Portugal included. Ronaldo simply expressed himself, giving the fans something to watch for the price of turning up. And Big Phil still got his results. In the last 16, Portugal and Holland hacked away at each other in the World Cup's dirtiest match ever. 4 red cards, 16 yellow. Like Pelé in '66, Ronaldo was kicked out of the game.
Very disconsolate and tearful Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, how quickly will that heal?
Quickly enough for another gruelling quarter-final against England that went all the way to penalties. Once again, the pressure was too much for those in white. And this time, match point fell to Ronaldo. After a cheeky nod to David Beckham's spot kick story, the rest was never in doubt.
It's another excruciating World Cup exit for England.
That was as good as it got. Portugal fell to France. But by the time Zinedine Zidane's penalty advanced Les Bleus to the final, Ronaldo's star had gone global. And Real Madrid prepared to make him the next Galactico. Because there appeared to be no way back to Old Trafford. Ronaldo was English enemy number 1.
One moment of madness, sent off in a crucial World Cup tie.
Wayne Rooney was desperate to shine at his first World Cup. Having won his battle against injury, Rooney then saw Michael Owen's tournament cut short. Against Portugal, he was England's man most marked and kicked. He shouldn't have reacted. He did. And when Ricardo Carvalho took one to the groin, Rooney's Manchester United clubmate was the first witness for the Portuguese prosecution.
Echoes of Beckham in St Etienne.
You need Wayne Rooney. He is the golden boy of English football. Don't kill him.
But Rooney wasn't cast as the villain of the piece. England's tournament was over, and in the tabloids, Winker was the headline.
The English press say the referee gave a red card because I speak, but this is not true. I say, ref, this is foul, but I don't say red card.
Before kick-off, Ronaldo said a special hello to his clubmate. 2 years on, there are no regrets.
Se as coisas passassem neste momento, eu fazia a mesma coisa. Estou a defender o meu país, estou a defender a minha nação, estou a defender as minhas cores. E acho que aquilo que eu fiz foi uma situação normal. Muitas pessoas quiseram pôr, se calhar, um bote expiatório de alguma coisa, porque se calhar não esperavam mais de Inglaterra, também não quero entrar por aí. Mas acho que se fosse neste momento, eu fazia o mesmo, porque acho que aquilo que eu fiz foi uma situação normal. Eu lembro que neste caso, depois do jogo, o Rony felicitou-me, falou comigo, disse que continuam assim, vocês têm uma excelente equipa, continua assim, estás muito bem. Eu sempre tive uma amizade com ele bastante grande, e eu até lembro-me que ele mandava mensagens nos jogos. Eu nunca tive nenhum tipo de problema com ele.
Four days later came a taste of things to come. Thousands of England fans had bought tickets for the semi-final, and in their eyes, Ronaldo had been no innocent bystander.
Interesting crowd reaction to Cristiano Ronaldo. That's a fascinating insight, Jim, into the way the world feels about him.
There appeared to be no way back to Manchester. Sir Alex Ferguson got to work quickly, aware he would now have to convince Ronaldo to return, if he could contact him.
After the incident, I spoke to Wayne Rooney and I kept texting Cristiano, but I kept texting his old telephone number, so he never got all my texts. So he thought maybe I wasn't showing interest in Cristiano. And it was only when I spoke to David Gill, our chief executive, to get in touch with his agent to tell him to phone because he hadn't returned my calls. I then realised that we'd been texting the wrong number. There were certain fears for Cristiano in terms of the reaction back home in England from the press, from visiting fans.
Wait a minute, he's taking another card out for Beckham. It's a red card for David Beckham. Oh, no.
We know how to handle this type of situation because we had a similar thing with David Beckham in '98 after the World Cup when he was red card. and they were burning effigies of David Beckham outside pubs and bars all over London. And their first game was in London, you know, in West Ham. And what I said to Cristiano is, English people, they seem to talk more than they actually do anything. I think they'll boo you. I think that there'll be some strong reaction in terms of noise from the crowd, but they won't do anything physically, they won't harm you physically. And he was a bit worried about that.
Real kept on calling. Ronaldo didn't respond. Sir Alex Ferguson's role had been decisive.
I speak with the right people, and these people say, you are in the right club, you are with the right people. This is why I'm here in the club. It's because him, he gave me confidence to play in this club. And I'm thinking I'm in the right place with the right people.
No fear. Beckham's first game back had been at West Ham. Ronaldo went into the Valley.
The first game away from home was at Charlton, and of course all the crowd booed. But just before half-time, he got a ball, he beat a man and hit the bar with a fantastic shot, and everyone shut up. They shut up because they're terrified. They're afraid he's going to kill them. So I said to him after the game, you've got the answer yourself. You can frighten him with your ability. And he'll never be afraid to show his ability, because he's got great courage.
Não esperava